This video will be going through problem set number 3, question number 5. Like always, I'll be copying the question from Top Hat and adding it into my worksheet. So you are the Etobicoke School for the Arts, and you are planning a special children's production of Aladdin McFadden at the CA Theatre for 6 performances during the March break. The rent of the CA Theatre is $8,500 per night, plus building improvements of $2 per ticket per paid ticket. So $8,500 would be a operating expense. $8,500, and then you will need it for 6 nights because you have 6 performances. And you can multiply those two variables together to get the total. And drag that down for any future expenses we will be covering. People buying tickets will also need to pay a convenience charge of $5 per order. The taxes plus the convenience charge are built on top of the ticket price, so there will not be deductions from the revenue that you will be receiving, while the building improvements and a 3% credit card charge based on $30 are included in the ticket price. So we need to include the building improvement fee, which is $2 per ticket paid. So that will be a source deduction. The building is $2, and for the number of units, you are expecting to sell 600 tickets per performance. So 600 multiplied by 6 nights, or 6 performances. You can multiply those two variables together to get the total. And we'll also have credit card fees as an included deduction. And they are 3% of the ticket price, which is $30. So to include percentages, you can make it a decimal, and 3% would be 0.03. And the amount of units won't change, so it'll be still 3,600. So the rent is paid at the end of the show during the settlement, so that will be a operating expense. Because the show is made up of volunteers and unpaid actors, you have significant savings in costs. And you also qualify for a royalty rate without share of revenue for the intellectual property of $200 per performance to the dramatic publishing. So that will be a pre-production expense because all these costs for royalties marketing will occur regardless of whether the show happens or not. So that will be a pre-production expense. So it is 200, and again, there's a total of 6 performances. And again, we'll just be multiplying those two to get the total. To develop the show, you'll spend $10,000 building sets and wardrobes. So because that will be, again, happening before the event, that will be a pre-production expense, and there'll be just 1 unit of it. And there is a $5,000 charge for the technical production during the rehearsals. To help you sell the theater and produce a program, you pay a publicity and marketing agency $8,000. And that will just be 1 unit that is required. So all these costs, royalties, and marketing will occur regardless whether the show happens or not. So all of those are pre-production. for each of the 6 performances, you will have costs for ushers and security and stagehands of $3,000. So those are for each event. So there'll be a total of 6 units. The audiovisual and technical production for each show comes to a total of $1,000. So audiovisual is $1,000 for each performance. And to help raise additional revenue, you sell programs at $5 each, and you average 1 sale per every 4 people. So this is an additional source of revenue. So it is the ancillary revenue, which can be inputted right here. So these are programs that we're selling. So programs for $5 per unit. And to figure out the total, we know that we have a total of 3,600 audience size, and each 4th one we're selling. So we can just divide by 4 to figure out how many programs we are likely to sell. And again, just multiplying those 2 variables together. Now that we've inputted all the information, we can start calculating the sums of everything. So we'll just be using the sum function to do that. So since we are selling a number of units and those change depending on how many people attend, that will be a variable ancillary revenue. So for the fixed production operating expenses, we have all of these would be considered fixed because they don't change depending on the number of attendees. So we don't actually have any variable production operating expenses. Okay, so now that we have all the information, we can start answering the questions. Based on the online and in-person tickets sold, what's your average revenue per ticket sold? To calculate the average revenue per ticket, you're going to have to calculate the total revenue first. So we know that how many tickets we're anticipating on selling, which we've calculated previously. And we know the ticket price is $30. And then to calculate the total revenue, we are just going to multiply those 2 variables together. So that will be our total, as we are only selling 1 type of ticket. And then to calculate the gross box office receipts, you can take the total revenue and subtract the deductions from it. And then to calculate the average revenue per ticket sold, what you're going to do is you're going to take the gross box office receipts and you're going to divide it by the number of tickets sold. And that will give you the average revenue per ticket sold after the deductions. What are the total pre-production expenses? So we have those calculated right over here on row 35, and they are $24,200. The total expenses can be calculated right over here by adding all of the expenses we have previously calculated. So we just have those 2. They come to a total of $99,200. The last question is, if your goal was to break even hosting this event, would you host this event? So to calculate the net profit, what we would do is we would take the gross box office receipts, and then we would add the ancillary revenue to it, and then we would subtract all of our expenses right over here, and that will come to a total of $2,860, which is a positive net profit. Therefore, you have surpassed your break even and you are making a profit. So yes, you would still run the event. Thank you for watching.